Hey guys, I'm Karlyn Borysenko. I'm an analyst and independent journalist covering the far left in America. I feel like I look extra crazy tonight. I literally just got back from the Portland ICE facility. I got pepper balled for the first time tonight. That was a really great experience. I gotta tell you guys, I've had a head cold for like the last several days. I've been real sick. I have not been feeling good. Getting pepper balled like really just clears out the sinuses. Now, it does make your nose and your eyes burn, and when you close your eyes, they burn. But you know, that was a fascinating experience, and I'm really glad to have had it and all that stuff. You know, what I wanted to say is that one of the things that was just made so clear to me tonight was how different online bullshit is from real life. You know, there's a lot of online bullshit for me in the last 24 hours. I got attacked by MAGA supporters at the ICE facility. I had to pause there for a second and hack up a lung, which I think is a byproduct of the pepper spray, as I was definitely doing that on the street, man. But anyway, it's been an interesting last 24 hours because, you know, of course, people know that I got attacked by a couple drunk, belligerent MAGA supporters. And then, of course, I made a video about that because I'm always going to tell the truth about my experiences. Good, bad, up, down, you know, right, left, whatever. I made a commitment to myself when I first started this online thing that my first obligation was always to present an authentic human experience, whatever that may be. And I feel like I've done that. And I feel like, you know, making the video last night about being attacked by these MAGA supporters that were drunk and belligerent at the ICE facility, you know, some people would have said that was ill-considered. Certainly I had a lot of conservatives telling me that I shouldn't have made the video. But you know what? Honestly, go fuck yourselves. Honestly, it's like if you put tribalism over the truth, then you're no different than the left. You're no better than the left. I don't want anything to do with that. So I made the video and I have no regrets. And of course, then people like Andy No, who is a disingenuous, intellectually dishonest former journalist who now sits in his flat in London doing Twitter journalism, which is writing stories about whatever goes viral on Twitter. So then Andy No posts this thing to try to smear me because Andy's really pissed off at me because I've called him out on his bullshit narrative. And so he is doing his best, either publicly and also privately, I know that for a fact, to try to smear me and defame me to get people to ignore my work. And so what happened is that this little online mob of conservatives spun up against me and they started spreading all the same old smear campaigns. By the way, conservatives haven't had a new smear campaign on me in like, 3 years? They try so hard. They try so hard. They try so hard to smear me. They try so hard to silence me. They try so hard to embarrass me. They call me fat in every which way they can and blah, 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 blah. They try so hard to silence me when I don't follow their narrative. So Andy No and all his little friends, including that Matt Tardio retard, spinning everyone up. Karlyn is a secret leftist, and she's this, and she's that, and she's the other. And this is all happening online, and this is mostly happening on Twitter. It's happening in the Twitter comments. It certainly wasn't really happening in my YouTube comments. I got some mean comments on YouTube, and yeah, I mean, I blocked a lot of MAGA people for insinuating that I deserved to be hit, because no, I didn't. And if you think I deserve to be hit, you can fuck right off. But most of the comments and most of the nonsense was on Twitter. It was in this one little place where it's like, maybe like you can get a lot of views on something, but does it really matter? Does it really matter? So I had this little online mob spun up against me, and I wasn't really too worried about that because I have an amazing community of people that support me, that totally get what's going on, that want Andy No to go fuck himself, that see the conservative bullshit narrative. And so really there's nothing that these people can actually say or do to hurt me anymore. They've been trying to spread the same smear campaigns about me for years. Matt Tardio is literally trying to spread smear campaigns about me that have existed for 3 years. So good luck. Good luck, bro. Good luck. But my bigger point is this. I went to the ICE facility tonight. I had so many people. There were people that were at the ICE facility tonight. They just came there to meet me. people I've never spoken to before, people who have watched my work for years and were inspired by it. I had one person tell me that my work helped him deal with his rage, and it made him a better person to understand the left, because it made him less angry. And he didn't understand it before, and then once he started watching my work, he started becoming less angry. Now, he still doesn't like the left, and he's still out there fighting with them, but that was really touching to me, actually. That was very touching. There was a woman that drove from Idaho, and she didn't just come to see me. She wanted to see the whole shit show of the thing, but she ran right up to me and said, I can't wait to see you. I'm so glad you're here and all this stuff. I had man after man after man come up to me and say, Karlyn, what happened to you is completely fucked up, and we don't support it, and we will have your back, and we will protect you, and we're going to make sure that doesn't happen again. And that was really nice. That was really nice. You know, you think I'm a tough bitch, and I am. And I'm not afraid to get in someone's face when they piss me off, as you saw last night. But it actually felt really good. It felt really good to have so many men come up to me and say, I'm really sorry that happened, and we're going to make sure that doesn't happen again. And I couldn't help but think about the contrast between what I was experiencing in real life with all these people who were telling me how much my work means to them. I had people come up to me that were like, I'm infiltrating this stuff because of you. I want to go undercover at this stuff because of you. They had all these stories about how and it was just like, it was an incredibly humbling experience. And so I think about the difference between what I just experienced in real life, where pretty much every single streamer on the ground had my back. That's reality. Andy No and Matt Tardio want to spread some fucking smear campaigns. They want to try to make everyone believe I'm a secret Antifa or a secret leftist. The people that have seen me in real life, the people that I've talked to in real life, the people whose lives I have impacted with my work over the past several years, they see things very differently. And I think that it's important to remember that Twitter is not real life, man. It's really just not. And content creators are mostly bullshit con artists that just want to push a narrative. And I try really hard not to be that thing. And, you know, certainly I have my views, but I try really hard not to be that thing. And people can judge my content, and they can judge my work for itself, and they can decide what value it has. But it was a weird night. I have a lot more thoughts about it, but I just wanted to share those because, you know, I exist mostly in an online world, and it can be easy to think that the idiots are all there are, but that's not true. It's just not true. And you almost never hear from the people whose lives you really impact. And you almost never hear, and I wish you heard from them more, by the way. If I made a positive change, a positive difference in your life, please tell me. Because sometimes I need that, okay? What I do is really hard, and it kind of sucks. And there is a spiritual cost to the work that I do. It has driven me insane. But you don't always hear from the people whose lives you change. Except every once in a while you do. And tonight I heard from a lot of those people. And I heard from more of those than I did from the people who are calling me all sorts of names, or the people lying about me, or the people defaming me. And they're maybe getting more views on Twitter than I got at the ICE facility tonight, and that's fine. But I wouldn't change a thing. I wouldn't change a thing.